Donald Trump would call the fact that these states are opening up their economies as fake news because it's not happening. Eh? But I've got to say to you, it's 20 years since the Sydney Olympics. Now, you got your first job out there. Come on. Come on.
Well, I tell you what, the people that were best with the tips are the Yanks, you know. They used to come up and say, now, what's this? So that's a 50-cent piece, sir. Well, you keep it. Thanks. At least they'd give you something.
What are you serving? Ice creams and hot dogs.
I had that big barrel thing, right? And, you know, but it was terrific in the tennis centre because you can't move when the game's on. So you get the barrel, set up the back, watch Serena Williams or whatever it was. And it was a dream for a 15-year, 7-month-old kid. A dream start.
See, you and I have talked about this before, but, I mean, I learned in politics, when you're sick of saying it, they're only starting to hear it.
Yep.
If you want to create jobs, housing is the big multiplier, isn't it? For every house that's built or an apartment, someone buys a washing machine, someone buys a dishwasher, they buy curtains, they buy blinds. The multipliers are 5 and 6. Why wouldn't we say to these reputable developers, look, I know you've got projects for 5,000 houses and apartments, go out and get it done?
Well, the point I think I said on air the other month was with all of this HomeBuilder scheme, and there's what, 600 million on the table, if this national cabinet's going to be good for anything, get the premiers and the federal government together and say, right, well, here's our 600 million, you match it, and we'll build public housing with it. Because then you alleviate the public housing wait list, which is tens of thousands long.
120,000.
Plus all the builders, and as you say, the Harvey Normans, all the carpet people, the white goods suppliers, they still all need it in those particular dwellings. So 2 birds with 1 stone.
But see, Luke Mangan made a very good point, didn't he? They talk about jobs, but every employer that gives someone a job is taxed.
Payroll tax.
It's called payroll tax.
Got to go. It's got to go.
It has to go, but it can't get any sense into
It's a disincentive to take people off Centrelink. And now we've got more people on the dole than ever before. We need the biggest incentive than ever before to get them off. And we can't keep having, can we, Alan, government just doing all the heavy lifting. Government's got to say to business, well, we trust you do it, but
they'd willingly do it.
Here's our help.
They'd willingly do it. Let them do it. Just a quick one. You're a scholar. The young people going through the HSC here, the trial is worth 30% of the final exam. Yeah. The story that Macquarie Fields High School, that the teacher was telling 2 of the kids what the question was on the English paper. Does that go on?
Yes, it can go on. But,
pardon me.
Well, it didn't go on when I was at school.
No.
But I'm sure it does go on.
No one gave you a kickstart.
Oh, well, no, not quite. But look, I mean, you know, there's a lot of pressure, and you think about these young kids today. I mean, what a hard year to have the HSC or the VCE or whatever.
Terrible.
They're in school 1 month, they're out of school the next week, they're back in, mum and dad are at home, mum and dad out of work. Terrible disruption for them.
The ABC, did you note the ABC has banned non-Indigenous applicants for a sought-after producer role, a full-time producer of news? The vacancy is, quote, open only to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander applicants. Imagine if we said it was only open to white people.
Yeah. Well, I would have thought we had a D word for that, discrimination.
Yes.
And as you say, you know, you can't have these double standards. I know we're in the middle of the Black Lives Matter zeitgeist, but I mean, fair dinkum.
But a race-specific advertisement.
Broadcaster.
A race-specific advertisement.
Yeah.
Hey, where is the unifying nation?
Well, I would have thought they just would have said, we want the best producer we can get. But maybe that's not how they play.
Fruit pickers is something you're talking a lot of sense about. Fruit pickers.
Well, someone's got to raise this.
Yeah, I mean, John Alexander said, I thought it was a good point, the former Davis Cup player, who's now a very, very good member of the Federal Parliament. And he said, well, look, there's a lot of young people in jail. Let them work a reduction in their sentence and send them out to do the fruit picking and helping with the harvester.
Good idea, yeah. But I mean, the other issues, you just mentioned the Year 12 students. Of course, a lot of them, like myself, would have normally headed overseas for that rite of passage, the gap year. Well, we can't. So here's another option. You've got tens of thousands of 18, 17-year-olds. Yeah. They may not want to race straight into uni. The unis may not be fully open anyway. So say to them, all right, well, come on. Here's your job seeker. Well, you can keep it. Yeah. But you go out to Orange, Dubbo,
Bath. $1,000 a week.
Of course.
$1,000 a week.
And what a great way to travel, meet people, grow, mature, and give back to the country.
I noticed that some of the airline pilots, they're looking to be harvester drivers, those big contract harvesters, because the aviation industry is in disarray, isn't it?
Yeah, but you need to have people like Anastasia Palaszczuk open up the Queensland border so that the itinerant nature of the work can take place. I mean, how is it even feasible, Alan, that in Queensland, as you said, you can't dance at a wedding, but you can go to a damn swingers party and with who knows who. I suppose as long as you don't dance before you...
But we're no better here. Yeah. We're no better here.
Well, not much better.
Not much better.
No. Look, I mean, I was in the...
Did you see the school formal? They can have school formals, but you can only dance with someone who's in the same postcode area as you are. So you say to the girl, would you like to have an... Oh, hang on, what's your postcode, sweetheart? And when you sign the valedictory, this was all of us in Class 6A, now you've got to bring your own pen. You can't use someone else. I mean, what the hell? There's not a person under the age of 30 who's died from coronavirus.
No, well, I mean, imagine the old days with the dance card. You get it out, instead of names, you're looking for postcards.
Don't give away your secrets, Michael.
I was going to say, no dancing formals suited me just fine.
There he is. We love him, don't we? Michael McLaren, very bright, very entertaining. We'll see you next week,
All right,
Michael.
look forward to it. Thanks,
There we are, Michael McLaren.